Next on the agenda is a report on Caroline Recovery, the Caroline Recovery Program. Mr. Tony Spencer, Commonwealth's Attorney.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, members of the board. I'm Tony Spencer. I live in the Madison District. What I want to do is, we're very much aware of that we're limited in our time here. I will tell you that we could have filled this auditorium and the hallway with people who support us, families of people in recovery and people in recovery. I understand that you all don't much appreciate when we do that, so we didn't. But we do have some people here we wanted you to hear from. I'm going to call them up. They all are very much aware that they only have about a minute each. But I'm going to call up some of the people who have been in our program so they can tell you, and you can see some of the faces and voices, and hear the voices of recovery of people here in Caroline County. And I'm going to start by calling up John Lewis.
I'm John Lewis, a recovering addict. I came into the Caroline County Recovery Program 2012. I'd like to thank Tony Spencer and Frank Brewer and John Shinhauser for having a program such as. I had 5 years, so I was suspended. Since I graduated, while I was going to the program, I hadn't used or drank alcohol or used drugs since then. I'm going on 3 years clean. And thanks for letting me tell my story.
Next, I'd like to call up Corey Green.
Well, my name is Corey Green. I'm from Port Royal District. I came into the Mcshin program in 2011. I graduated in 2012. I won a leadership award. I ran the program for about 6 months, doing community service, 6, 7 months by myself. Tony Spencer, one for him. Frank Brewer, Mr. Shinhauser. I had 40 years. I got suspended. I've been on the right track ever since, and that's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
Next, I'd like to call up Jamie McKinney.
Good evening, board. My name is Jamie McKinney. I live in Bowling Green. I've lived here for 30 years. I started drinking when I was 16. It progressed more and more. April 3rd, 2010, passed on my granddad. I really started drinking. My life started down spiral. With this program, I was introduced to it. It saved my life. This program is great. I've been 5 months, 1 day clean, and I hope it stays here.
Next, I'd like to call up Debbie Hunte Johnson.
Mcshin from the Madison District. I came in this program actually from promoting. My lawyer actually gave me the program as an option. And at first I thought on it because I only had a couple months to go, but then once I seen where my life was going, the program really helped me out. And I honestly can say I was a piehead, been a piehead since 15. And since I've been in the program, actually next week is my graduation day. I graduate from 365 days of sobriety. And I can honestly say, being the quote-unquote stereotypical minority of being in Caroline County, from what the papers make us out to be or social media makes us out to be, in the age group of 18 to 21 or 18 to 24, this program is saving a lot of people. And I honestly can say that it saved me because who knows where I would be if I didn't take the program. I would have came out with a felony on my record, couldn't find a job, probably would have went back to the streets. And I honestly can say with the help of Frank and Veronica and John Shinhauser and Tony Spencer and the whole Mcshin Recovery Foundation, I'm doing good. I got a job. I mean, it's not the best of jobs, but I'm working. I got a paycheck and I'm not out here plotting on the next victim. And I can say this program helped me do that. And that's what I plan on doing for the rest of my life, being in recovery. Thank you.
Travis Tillman.
My name is Travis Tillman. I'm from the Reedy Church District. I came in this program, I was out there, messing around, messing up, but by being in this program, it helped me be a more productive citizen of the society, be a better son, a better father. I enjoy my freedom. It helped me, maintain my stamina. I go to work every day, I come home, I go to the class. I learn more and more as time go along. Tony Spencer, he gave me a chance. Frank Brewer, Veronica, Mr. Shinhauser, don't everybody have to come, and it gave me a good chance and an opportunity to see life in a better perspective. you know, and I'm glad that they got this class here, because if it weren't for this class being here, a lot of people would still be messed up in their lives, and I think it's for the change.
Veronica Queen.
Good evening, my name is Veronica Queen, and I'm from the Bowling Green District. I'm a member of long-term recovery. In 30 days, I will complete the program. 4 months, I'll be 2 years clean. And I thank you, Tony Spencer, Johnson, and Frank Brewer for having this program, because this program has enabled me to become a better member of society. The center is a safe haven for me, and it's taught me how to rebuild the family and have a relationship with my family that I thought I'd never have. This program is teaching me how to live a new way to think. Because of this program, I'm alive today and I am free. Thank you.
Call Evan Barlow.
Good evening. My name is Evan Barlow. I'm a person in long-term recovery. What that means is I haven't had drugs or alcohol in over 2 years. My life started on February 7, 2012 when I came to this program. Because of this program, I was able to get a family back, start my own business, and now I'm on the right track to just keep going on, become a productive member of society thanks to this program. Thank you.
Give some of the perspective from a family member. We're going to call Evan Barlow's father, Jeff Barlow.
Good evening, Board. Reed Church District, Jeff Barlow. About 4 years ago, addiction entered our home. When the phone rang, I didn't know if it was to be the law calling or to take the score. You know, that's how bad Evan had gotten. He was strung on opiates, went on the heroin. Something quick with John Pinholzer, Frank Brewer, Tony Spencer, and right now he's been clean 26 months. Today's a good day for everybody. So I thank them, and Evan's working, does his own business like he said, and I'm loving life. Thank you.
From a perspective from a member of the clergy here in Carolina who's been very active in working with the program, I'd like to call Reverend David Upshaw.
David Upshaw from the Bowling Green District. They told me I only had 1 minute. I've got a full sermon that I'd like to share with you. I'll keep it close. Gentlemen, thank you for the opportunity to come and to share with you from the bottom of my heart how important I feel like this program is for the citizens of this county. As one who works in the helping profession in this community, it's great to have a resource that we can refer families to. The devastation that drugs and alcohol is doing on our young people is destroying our homes, it's destroying our families. There are not many resources locally that we can turn to. This is one of them, and it's doing a good job. And I applaud what they're doing, and I hope that we can give them all the support that we possibly can to maintain this resource for our community.
Thank you, Reverend. I'd like to call up briefly John Shinholzer, who is the director of the Mcshin Foundation, which runs the Caroline County Recovery Community Program.
John Shinholzer, person in long-term recovery from substance use disorder. For me, that means I've been clean and sober since August 10th, 1982. I live in the Henry District in the Canfield and Hanover, right down the street. Sean Davis is my supervisor, and he hates me. But he loves me. But he hates me. But he loves me. But anyway, me and Tony came up here a few years ago, and we presented you guys with an idea. We weren't really asking for a handout. We were asking for an opportunity to demonstrate our value to this community and the impact we can have on the devastation addiction that's caused this community. And we came back last year and said, look, we've been up and running a couple of years. You challenged us. We need to come back with evidence that what we're doing is working. And I have for you tonight evidence of what's working. I'm going to leave, you probably already got this, but there's some more of a scientific data collection study was done, that Dr. Scarborough will testify to in a moment, and also have a video of the Anonymous People Recovery movie, which can demonstrate the power of this. Now, I'm asking this board, we cannot sustain subsidizing this, our foundation. It's costing us $60,000 a year to run that program. We only collect about 30 at best. So we're subsidizing the program by $30,000 a year. And we were never meant to create this program and have to subsidize it. We always wanted it to be funded through the savings that we could now demonstrate that we're saving you guys a lot of money. And we just ask you to make history here. This county has a history of making history. Some of you are aware of it. In America today, we're one of the first communities of recovered people who came to a county and presented you with an idea that can actually save money. The rest of the nation is kind of watching us right now. And I would really like to conclude our demonstration model and have this county reinvest those savings in our program. And I would appreciate it if you guys would consider that and do that. But now's the time we need to improve and push. So thank you for this opportunity. If you have a question, you can ask me now. My phone number is on this little pamphlet here. You can email me. Tony knows how to reach me too. And I do want to thank Tony Spencer because none of this would happen without Tony's ingenuity. And that man right there has done a tremendous job with this program too. So he does deserve a lot of credit for where we're at today. You have something I can give us to?
Let me just say, if you guys get a chance to watch this movie, this was done by a professional filmmaker. I've watched it. It will really touch you. John, it's from people all over the country. It's got archival footage from Dick Van Dyke testifying about the effect that alcoholism had on him, and some others. John Shinholzer's featured in it. It's got people from all over the country. But I urge you to watch that movie. You'll enjoy watching it, and you'll learn a lot from it. And I'm going to now call up Sarah Scarborough, Dr. Sarah Scarborough, who has done a study on the cost-benefit analysis of how much this program is saving the county jail costs.
Good evening. Thank you so much for having us tonight. My name is Dr. Sarah Scarborough, and as was mentioned, I conducted this study, which was released last month, and I could probably tell you for about 2 hours how effective this program is, but these ladies and gentlemen who came up really did a great job telling you the quantitative side of it, or the qualitative side of things, but looking at the numbers and the statistics, if you have had a chance to look at this, I think you'll be pleased with the savings that are associated with this. There's been 44 graduates of the program since it started about 3.5 years ago. Of that number, they have saved the Caroline County $221,000. $221,000 through savings to Pamunkey Jail. These people go in front of the judge, and with collaboration with the Commonwealth Attorney, he will work out a deal so that they can be sentenced to the Caroline County Recovery Program in lieu of going to jail. If they successfully complete the program, most often they do not get whatever the minimum sentence is. And therefore, that's where the savings of over $200,000 has come from. Again, this is direct savings to Caroline County for not sending these people to Pamunkey Regional Jail. The recidivism rate associated with this program is also pretty outstanding and really unheard of. There is a 95% success rate with this program. That means over 95% actually. The recidivism rate associated with this program is 4.5%. So only 2 out of the 44 people who have gone through this program have gone back to jail. To put these numbers in action a little bit for you, the recidivism rate of Virginia is said to be 27%. The reason that I said to be is because that is only if a person gets sent back to prison. So the folks who commit another crime and go to jail, they are not reflected in that 27% number. So it's extremely difficult, as you can see, to do an apples-to-apples comparison of recidivism, but we know that there's at least a 22% difference in success related with this program. So again, this is just a very small snapshot. If you look at the graduating classes over the past 3 years, you're looking at probably $1 million worth of savings. The 200-some thousand is only associated with those who are going through this class right now. So $1 million worth of savings, 5% recidivism rate. It's pretty incredible that this program is delivering it. So I would encourage you all to look deep into this and truly consider adopting this program in your county. Thank you.
One more speaker, and this is a representative of the Board of Directors of the Mcshin Foundation, Mr. Bernard.
Thank you, Tony. My name is Bernard Meyer, and I thank you for this opportunity to address you. I am a volunteer and a director of the Mcshin Foundation. And I would like to point out to you a perfect storm that occurred in Caroline County about 3 or 4 years ago. It's when Tony Spencer and John Shinholzer met and had an idea. They then went to the Supreme Court of Virginia and the circuit and the district court judges here in Caroline County, and believe it or not, everyone bought into this program. They then came to you and got an endorsement from this Board of Supervisors. It didn't stop there. Local people in Caroline County, especially the Masons, supplied a building at very, very inexpensive rent. And it all came together and this recovery program was started. John came to the board of Mcshin Foundation and asked the Mcshin Foundation to underwrite this program, at least the pilot of this program. And after, quite frankly, right much discussion, we agreed to do that. And we've been doing that now for 3 years. The Mcshin Foundation is a nonprofit 501c3 based in Richmond, Virginia. It is relatively small, but we do great things. And one of the great things that we've helped accomplish is this. This is the most unique program in the United States. When the first graduation was held, one of the members of the administration of President Obama came. He actually came to Bowling Green and visited our graduation and happened to tell me that there's no other program like this in the country. It's a perfect storm because without all of these people acting together, quite frankly, it wouldn't have happened. And we've tried it in other places, and it hasn't happened yet. We hope it will with being able to point to your county. Mcshin is a 501c3. It's relatively small, and we run recovery houses in Richmond, much like the one here in Caroline County. We actually charge admission. Unfortunately, the only people that can pay us are the ones that are pretty wealthy, and they pay a fairly substantial fee. But we don't turn anyone away. We do it on a need-based program. And we subsidize that with the donations that we go out and raise. I will tell you this, as a member of the board, every month we look at the numbers, and every month we wonder if we will get through the next month. Right now, our fiscal year starts in July, and the board is now looking at the next year's budget. And quite frankly, while we love Caroline County and we love this program, and we're very proud to have a role in it, we're not going to sacrifice our core business in Richmond. And I think there's a very hard decision that's going to have to be made, and there's going to be much discussion. And I pray that you will not make us have that, and that you'll help us out, because it is getting fairly desperate. For 3 years, we've sponsored this, just with our donations and the fees that the people in Richmond pay to go through our recovery. So please help. Thank you.
I want to just say very quickly, the way this all started was members of the Board of Supervisors came to me in 2009 and said the jail costs in Caroline County are getting out of control. Can you come up with some plan to try and reduce the jail costs? And I said, I'll see what I can do and see if I can come up with some plan to do what your board asked me to do. I was very much aware, as our circuit court judge would say often, that 80% of the cases that he sees involve people who have an addiction to alcohol or drugs. And it struck me that if we could address that issue, we could reduce jail costs. And so I met John Shinholzer. We worked on coming up with a plan how to do this. We started in February of 2011. Before we started the program, we met with, I wish Mr. Mr. Thomas was here, and I'm sorry that I lost his family, but he was specifically said, if you can show me savings in jail costs, we will send some of those savings to your program. And we haven't had the resources to do it until now, but we can show you by this study that this program has saved Caroline County in the area of $1 million in jail costs. I'm here to collect on a promise that was made in February of 2011. If you can show us the savings, we will take some of that savings and put it in this program. And we're not talking about much. We're not talking about $1 million. I think John's going to beat me up outside, but as much as $30,000 at least is what's going to be needed to keep doors open for another year. And if we don't get that help from you, we're probably going to have to close the doors on this program. I will tell you, I brought with me, this is an award. It's from the National Council on Alcoholism and Drug Dependence, recognizing this is the most effective program for getting people into recovery in the state of Virginia for the year that it was presented. And we've also received national recognition. And again, it's the two Jeffs, Jeff Seeley and Jeff Black, were at the graduation, where a member of President Obama's administration came here to our first graduation. I think they have seen firsthand what we've done. I'm hoping that everyone else, based on what we were able to show here today, what we're doing. This is a unique program. It is a model for the rest of the country. It's something that can make Caroline County proud. And not only is it financially responsible to keep this program here, but it's the right thing to do. Morally, it's the right thing to do. Financially, morally, in every way, this is the right thing to do. And I pray that you will not renege on the promise that was made back in February 2011. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Spencer. Any questions from the board, Mr. Taylor?
I don't have any questions at this time, Mr. Vice Chair. I will listen to the board and see how the board wants to react to what we've done so far, and then I'll make a question.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Black.
I just have a couple comments. First of all, one is a question. Do you guys do any fundraising outside? Is there any fundraising done to help offset costs at all, or is that?
Mcshin Foundation does fundraising for the Mcshin Foundation, specifically for the Caroline County Recovery Community Program. Now people are charged, the people who participate are supposed to be paying an amount. Not everybody is able to do that. But I don't know who would do the fundraising, since the two people who work for the Caroline County Recovery Community Program work crazy hours and getting paid something like
They try to do fundraising.
less than minimum wage.
But it's dismal. They lucky they can raise $1,000 in a year in this community. Registered sex offenders have a better chance of raising money than these guys. So it's just not a well funded idea.
I'd love to, if we had more people and resources to engage in fundraising. It's something I've talked to Frank Brewer, the director of the program, about many times. We'd like to.
Right. And the second thing is, a couple of years ago, I think that was my first year on the board, I got an invite to that. Do you guys continue to have graduations? Is that something that continues to happen?
We do. In fact, our last graduation was in Bowling Green Town Hall. I don't know what the new name is, but and our keynote speaker was Delegate Morrison.
Is that something that because I don't recall this past year getting an invite.
I'll make sure you get invitations. Everybody gets invitations from now on. I think it was in the Carolina Progress.
Okay.
I'll make sure our time is so
right,
stressed with everything else that there's some things.
I mean, it was a very good to witness the first year, so it is nice on the program. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Underwood?
None at this time, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Ray?
I do. First of all, I'd like to say congratulations to all of you. My hat's off to you. I really am extremely proud that people in Caroline County do take advantage of programs such as this, and it makes me proud to know that you have gotten your life together and you're making it better for yourself and better for your family. Having said that, I was one of the board members that said to Tony Spencer some years ago that if you show where we've made saved money, then I'm willing to give you some of that back. I would say tonight to the board that I would like to see us in this year's budget I don't know whether you made any presentations to the county administrator for our budget this year or not.
Well, we talked.
Okay, but I would like to see the board go ahead. $30,000 sounds like a lot of money, but I do believe that it's proven that it's well worth it in what we've seen tonight. And I would certainly encourage this board and would like to make a motion if it's in order to fund $30,000 for the Mcshin Foundation for the Carolina County program that is being carried on by them.
So is that a motion?
It is a motion.
I'll second that.
Yeah, let me do a little clarification here with the county administrator since he's got to figure this out. Mr. Cullen?
That's for the FY15 budget that we're.
Starting July 1. Right, that's what he said to you, effective July 1. So it would be for the budget starting July 1.
Well, I think they need more, but I think that's the minimum to keep the doors open.
That's correct. We do subsidize at 30,000. I would, at this moment, if you were to vote on it and pass it, we would graciously accept that. And then as the time goes by, we revisit and we keep demonstrating where we're headed.
I guess what I would encourage you to do, to me, my thought is the fact that I'm trying to put something in motion that's going to keep the doors open and keep this program going
And we
for
accept
people
it.
that are
And that's
coming
a good
behind
number.
these young people here. You need to be in touch with Mr. Cullen in a timely fashion and don't come here at the last minute saying, hey, we need you to give us $30,000 or $50,000 or what have you. You need to go through the budget process and not do it at the last minute. I'm trying to keep the doors open. I'm extremely impressed by what I heard tonight. I really am. When I came here, I saw it on the agenda. I wasn't sure that I was going to support anything, to be honest with Vince Hansen. But I've been impressed by these young people and the people that spoke tonight, and I think we'd be doing a terrible injustice to them, as well as others that will follow them. It's not only saved us money, but it's changed, from what I'm hearing, it's changed their lives. And to me, we cannot put a price on that. That is what it's all about. When I hear Mr. Paulo talk about he has his own business now, you know, hey, that is super. And all of these people down here that have indicated what has happened since they have gotten off of drugs and off of alcohol. It's just amazing. Building family relations that probably have been broken. So yeah, that impressed me. I'm trying to have a stop-gap problem here where we keep the doors open and keep moving. You then need to take responsibility, or somebody down here needs to take responsibility and work with Mr. Cullen.
I'm gonna skip the middleman from now and go straight to Mr. Cullen.
And let me just say that tonight we're actually voting on the budget, and there is the dilemma. As we start the budget process in November and December, the budget gets presented to the board in general in about the early March, late February timeframe. So what you're seeing tonight is the close of the 15 budget for us to begin with. So it's not really, and let me just say this so everybody understands, the budget's been laid out, it has been, we've been through all the cuts, we've done all the allocations, we know what the revenue side is, we know what the expense side is. So what Mr. Akers is trying to just reiterate is to make sure that you get started early, because it's difficult, it's a long process. Mr. Spencer turns in a budget to us every year, probably in what, December?
We turned in a request for this in, when was it? February.
And we were pretty much done by then. So I understand, just so everybody understands, there is a budget process. We just need to get everybody involved early so that we know a presentation. The presentation, I will applaud everybody that came tonight. Most people stand in front of the podium for the first time and had a real difficult time speaking to us. You guys all did a fabulous job, no kidding. So whatever's going on in the program has done a lot for everybody's ability to stand up and express themselves. And I think that's probably part of the recovery program that we probably witnessed tonight, may not have realized it. But I will tell you, you all did a phenomenal job, and I think you've sold the program. You've heard a motion in a second, and if there's no further discussion, I would just go ahead with all in favor. Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carried. 1 July. What we've authorized the county administrator to do is to provide the program $30,000 for that for the year. And how will the details of that will get worked out.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. you let the audience clap, let me just say that, because generally we don't.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations to all of you for a phenomenal job, and keep it up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you all.
I'm gonna stand over there.
Thank you.